everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of Marilyn's Cafe Society radio show right here on YouTube. And how are you post Memorial Day weekend? I know 3 days off for those who are working, and for everyone else, it was just business as usual, right? Well, I hope you had a good one. I hope you remembered those who lost their lives while serving the country. I hope you remember to honor them in some kind of way, whatever way you choose. Of course, with COVID-19 being in full swing, there's the usual ceremonies that take place at the Arlington National Cemetery, as well as, the cemeteries across the country for veterans and those who serve the country did not happen. But, they nevertheless were still able to honor them and recognize them. And I hope you did too. So, all right. Well, what's going on? By the way, today is Wednesday, the 27th day of May, 2020. And what a somber day it is. I mean, it all started with the video clip that I received late yesterday evening, and I don't know. I usually don't have trouble sleeping, but I just didn't get good rest last night. Spent a lot of time in prayer. Those who've been with the show know that I'm a firm believer in prayer and the power of prayer, but it's like just when we're feeling like maybe, just maybe, the people here in this country have come together as one in an effort to defeat this coronavirus, right? America's strong. We're all on the same page in this fight. And then this insane, hateful, evil atrocity against another human being happened. And of course, I'm talking about that shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The people responsible for the death of George Floyd have been fired. That's the latest report. And now his family is calling for murder charges against those four people who murdered the young man. So we're holding them up in our prayers here at the Cafe Society, and of course sending out our condolences and praying that the good Lord strengthens you. It's just, I don't know. It's going to be a short show, so let me go ahead and get into this. Apparently, we'll know if the current reopening status that's happening across the country is successful within the next week or so. And this is all based on what's been happening in the last week or so with the states opening up and the parks and the beaches and people going out, in some cases not practicing social distancing and not even wearing masks. So as a result of that, and I hope not, I hope that we have defeated this coronavirus and it's gone away. I know there's talk about vaccines, but I'm just a true believer in the power of God. I hope it's gone. But if not, we will see a spike in the number of cases, people being hospitalized and or dying because of actions that did not take place last week and certainly over this weekend and potentially this week. So we'll be watching that to see what happens. Taking a look at other cafe news, of course, coronavirus update. Here in the United States, as of this morning, there were just under 1.7 million cases reported and just a little bit more than 99,000 deaths, all due to COVID-19. And now that masks are expected to be a part of our daily lives, our daily wardrobes, you need to make sure that the masks you invest in are at least medical masks, those surgical masks at the very least. If, even better would be the N95 masks that are being used by professionals. But some people have been, now that we've gotten over the the initial pandemic and the shortages and all of that. I'm hearing that people are getting their hands on those. So if you can get those, that's even better. But these fabric masks are all the rave now, and they're coming in all kinds of types of material. And so some experts recently did some tests to determine which fabric masks are the best. And it appears that denim, canvas, linen, or the bed sheets, and that's only up to 120 count, by the way. Shop towels, those towels that guys use in their garages and things of that nature, and paper towels. But of course, we know that after each use, the paper towel masks have to be disposed of. They cannot be reused. Now, they're saying that these materials are the best because, number one, they block the virus. And number two, you have to be able to breathe when we're wearing these masks. And so apparently these fabrics or materials are more easily, you're more easily able to breathe while wearing them. But that, what I'm seeing in all of the research that I'm doing is, for some reason, we're thinking that because we're wearing the mask, we can get close to people, but you cannot. You're not supposed to. You're still supposed to practice the social distancing. That means being at least 6 feet away from the person, even with the mask on, okay? And of course, you all know that you have to, if you're in public, in a store or a place of business, you have to have a mask on. So again, if you're not going to do the medical mask or the N95 mask and you're deferring to the fabric mask, make sure it's denim, made of denim, canvas, bed sheets up to 100 count, shop towels, and or paper towel, okay? And again, the paper towel has to be thrown out. These fabric masks can be reused, but you have to wash them in hot, soapy water. And in terms of the surgical mask, they should be thrown away after each use as well, okay? Those N95 masks, from what I'm understanding, they are reusable. And I believe some of them, based on the material that's used to make them, if you rinse them in hot water, from what I'm hearing, you can reuse them, several times. So just keep those things in mind as we move into this masked society. I don't know. It's better than risking it all, right? And we're right in the middle of summer, well, at the beginning of summer, and some places in this country it's already, upper 90s, triple digits. And then of course here in the Midwest, we're easing. We hit 90 with the heat index a couple days this week. So it's just gonna be, wearing those masks in the heat like that, I don't know how that's gonna work, but we're gonna have to make it work and get comfortable with it for a while, so that we can save lives, including our own. All right, another cafe business news. Apple and Macy's are set to reopen more stores starting this week or weekend. Week in the case of Apple, and weekend in Macy's case. And of course, they are going to be enforcing, these new safety mandates that we have to follow, wearing the mask, keeping 6 feet apart, and limiting the number of customers that can be in the store at one time. I think Apple is just going to strictly stay curbside. The stores that they've already opened have been curbside only, and I think I read that they are going to continue that with the other stores that they open. Macy's, I believe, are going to try to start letting customers come back in the store. But again, once capacity hits a certain number per square feet, they have to close and lock the doors until people start moving out. All right, fitness clubs will also get back to business. Oh, don't some of us need it? This COVID-19 means more than the coronavirus for some of us, that 19 could mean 19 pounds, right? It's just been something else. But thank goodness the fitness clubs are going to be back to business. Some of them have already been doing some from what I've been reading and hearing, they've been doing some very creative things with allowing some of their premier customers to um, have some of their equipment in their homes. And they've been conducting workout sessions and all of that via the internet. And so now they're going to be open, but again, they have that issue of only so many people at a time inside the facility. And they have the option to offer some workout programs outside. Now, how that's going to work, I don't know, but just, you know, just trying to be creative in this COVID-19 era, right? Okay. And from what I've been reading, the fitness industry has lost about $10 billion due to COVID-19. And so as most states get back to business as not so usual, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that the worst could possibly be over. Oh, wouldn't that be some great news, right? Restaurant reservations and orders are up. Travel bookings are up. Mortgage applications are on the rise. And just business activity in general is trending upward. And so they're hopeful that we can put this COVID-19 thing behind us and get back to our lives as usual. So just stay tuned, everybody, stay tuned. No cafe talk, no fun cafe talk. I'm just done today. I really am. But I did want to pop in so that you could see this cute little face of mine. And, you know, just kind of stay connected. And hopefully we'll be able to continue with these Wednesdays. My schedule is going to go back to usual starting next week. So potentially the Wednesdays may not be happening. We're going to keep our fingers crossed and see what happens. But I am positive and prayerful that we will be able to continue to do this. And hopefully by this Saturday, which is somebody's birthday, yes, we will, you know, be in a much better mood. All right. All right. Remember, Christmas in July promotion is still trying to happen, folks. We need to hear from you, your business at Marilyn's Cafe. I'm sorry, at producer at Maryland'sCafeSociety.com if you want to promote your business, your service, your product, your brand, your persona, books, whatever. Help us out with getting this Christmas in July promo going. Someone asked, how's that going to work, Marilyn, with the COVID-19 going on? That's a real good question. Because people in general are very skeptical about receiving items, right? So maybe we may have to do the gift card thing. We'll figure it all out. No worries, right? All right, so again, that's producer at Maryland'sCafeSociety.com. And if you have show ideas or you want to be part of the show program, hang out with me. I'm trying to figure out this. I've been participating in other Zoom socials. So I'm trying to figure it out for myself. I think I may have to upgrade my system to make that happen for me. But we'll get it all figured out and potentially be able to do that as well. Okay, I think that's it, everybody. I just want to remind you to go to my social media, Twitter at Marilyn's Cafe Soch, Marilyn's Cafe Society on Facebook, the website Marilyn's Cafe Society. Remember the blog as well. That's usually the new ones posted usually by Thursdays at Marilyn's Cafe Society on WordPress. And of course, you can find me right here on YouTube, Marilyn's Cafe Society radio or radio show on YouTube. Check out some of the older video clips and shows, and like, subscribe, and be sure to share as well. All right. All right. All right. Well, we don't have what love is, but I do want to tell you, if you don't do anything else this week, be sure that you live, you laugh, and you love. As always, it's a pleasure and a privilege to hang out. We'll talk again on my birthday this Saturday. Peace, everybody.